Hey guys, this is Martin and welcome back to our Burp Tips and Tricks mini-series. And today I want to show you another nice little feature I use on a regular basis in Burp, which is called Match and Replace. So if you head over to Proxy and then go to your proxy settings, and if you scroll down, you will find something called Match and Replace rules. So these are basically settings which automatically replace parts of your requests and responses as they traverse through the proxy, right? And this is quite useful for IDOR testing, for authorization testing, for any access control testing, and things like that. Like you can, for example, change custom headers or add a specific custom header to every request rather than doing this manually on every single step, right? So you can come here and say add, and then you have the option, you can choose like a request header, request body. So request is what you send out, right? And response is basically what you send back, or what you get back from the server, so to speak, right? And then you also can change parameter names, for example. And let's keep it simple. It's super easy. You can do regex in there and stuff like that. So if you could, for example, replace, like if there is a header or something and there is like a specific IP address in the header, or there is some, like value in the header, you can say match that header and replace it with something else, right? But if you leave the match blank, like I do at the moment, and then just fill something in, like in the replace column, like for example, X custom IP authorization. This is just a test, right? Like, this is from one of the Burp labs. But basically what this does, on every request which is being sent through the proxy, this will be added, right? So you don't have to go in and type this in manually or something like this. This is useful also for the Burp exam. Like sometimes you are then, you need to come in as an authenticated user, like you need to have a certain cookie or something like this. And it's a nice feature, right? So, and then you can put a comment in there as well if you like, but I typically leave this out. And then you just put this in, and once this has been added, right, what we're going to do is we need to make sure it's enabled. And that's it, basically. And then we can head over to our page here. And what I'm going to do to show you this, how this works in practice, is I'm going to enable intercept, and then I just refresh the page here, right? And then we can see what's going to happen here. And you can immediately see that in my GET request to that filter category lifestyle, down here, the X custom IP authorization has been added, right? So I forward this, and then you see something else, like you see another request, but you don't see this specific header added. Why is that? Because this is not in scope. So you can define whether it's doing this just for scope items or out of scope items. And this one, like tempmail.org, which is one of my plugins I use in my Firefox, is obviously not part of the scope in this scenario, so it doesn't have it. If I hit forward, and there's an Academy Lab header, which is basically to the Web Security Academy, and you see it is added here again. So on every request, it's being added. Okay, so this is opposed to Webalizer. It's not added here because that's out of scope. And this is again our temp mail.org. It's also not added. It will only be added to the requests for what is in scope, actually. But it's a very nice feature, and I make use of this quite a lot. So I hope you liked the video, and I see you in the next one.